Prabhupada said that was not me, that was Maya coming in my car. So, it's not that always the inner voice is the voice of God. So we have Antar Bahir Ashubham Vidanvan Acharya Chaitya Pusha Swagatim Venakti. The Bhagavatam 11th canto in the Uddhava-gita it is said that the Lord guides us from within and from without. Internally, He guides the Chaitya Guru as the Paramatma. Acharya Chaitya Pusha Swagatim Venakti. Externally, He guides us through the scriptures and the sages. So when we study scripture regularly, when we associate with devotees, then we start understanding the overall principles that Krishna wants us to live according to. And the more, ultimately it is not that Krishna wants to keep the right path hidden from us. Krishna wants us to give the guidance, but He wants us to see how much, He wants to see how much we want that guidance. So whenever the choices of right and wrong, of the proper and the improper course of action are clear for us, and at that time we choose the right actions. And what are right and wrong we understand based on Guru Sadhu Shastra, on the sages and scriptures. Then when we choose the right course of action, when the right is clear to us, then at that time more and more we are showing Krishna that I want to be guided. And then Krishna will guide us in other situations also. So in general, the inner voice, if it is in harmony with the broad principles that we have learned from scripture, from the sages, from the devotees, then what we understand is this is Krishna's voice. If it is something which is not really connected with Krishna, but it is taking us away from Krishna, then we understand this is not Krishna's voice. And if it is not really neither directly pro-devotional nor anti-devotional, then we may have to just, as they say, play by the finger. We may try it out and we learn, okay, when I act on the impulse, it is sometimes works well, sometimes it doesn't work well. So we can't always say that the inner voice is bad or the inner voice is good. We learn from scripture and we learn from experience. So it is possible that sometimes we may get a hunch and we act on it and it works out good. But sometimes we act on the hunch and then we later realize it's not a hunch, this was simply a rush of blood. I acted very impulsively and I should not have acted like that. So there is a certain amount of self-observation that is required. So we may not always know right in the beginning when a particular some prompting comes from within, whether I should do this or should not do this. But we shouldn't rather make an assumption that this is the voice of Krishna or this is the voice of Maya. We use the intelligence that we have got based on Guru Sadhu Shastra to evaluate that. And then we further evaluate that in the light of our experience in our life. And by that we can act properly. So our voice, there are many voices within. And the voice of Krishna is also there within. So everything that comes from within is not necessarily Krishna's voice. Does that answer your question?